Hey folks, how you doing? Back for another update on the Focus RS. Got the windows tinted on Monday. Looks real cool. Here's a couple of photos. See, doesn't look bad, does it? Definitely one of those upgrades I wanted to get. So the two upgrades I wanted to get was window tinting and a different personal plate, which I've ordered the plate, so that should be here, I don't know, sometime 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, whenever it gets here. It's normally feels like an age. But yeah, so I got those two things, and of course I went ahead and got the access port, didn't I? But before I go into the access port, I also installed an update for the infotainment system, or stereo head, whatever you want to call it, this thing right here. And do you know what, I need to check the fucking video on the back is recording. I'm sure it is. Monday I got the windows tinted and come out really good. Good bunch of people have done it. There's A1 Tint Pros in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if you live in North Carolina or you live within an hour or two of Raleigh, I'd say go see them for window tinting. They are very good. Real nice people. Real knowledgeable. Well, how long am I going to sit here for? Well, this is the busiest I've ever seen. That's a nice view. So yeah, A1 Tint Pros. They spent about 3 hours doing it, so that kind of speaks volumes in itself. That they take their time and get it right. Well, which way are we going to go? Let's go this way. We don't want to follow all these cars, do we? So yeah, the two things I wanted to get done to this car when I first got it, the only two upgrades I wanted was window tinting and a different personal plate, because obviously Scooby-Doo doesn't go hand in hand with a Ford. So I've got my new plate coming. It's from UK is what's on it, from UK. That should be with me in, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 weeks is what the estimation is on it. And I think from last time when I was waiting for the Scooby-Doo plate, that was about what it was. Holy shit, there's a bunch of crap on the side of the road. And in other news, I updated the infotainment system, the stereo head, or what you want to call it, that fucking thing right there. And let's go ahead and plug in my Android phone, because I've now got Android Auto on it. If you look at this thing now, look, it's just changed and put a bunch of different things on the head. Don't know if you can see it now, it's a bit bright outside. Okay, and now it's not, I never had navigation. It's just the base model, I never got nav with it. But now I've got Google Maps straight up on here. And if I want to tell them where I want to go, well actually, I don't know whether I want to go to Walmart or Food Line. I'm going fishing tomorrow, so I've got to go get some bait. Go. There's a lot of road noise. I don't know if it's going to pick this up, so we'll try. Navigate to closest Food Line. Fingers crossed. I've never tried that command before anyway, so we'll see what it does. It's thinking about it. Might not have the best signal here. Yeah, that's definitely the phone's fault, not the... Oh well, but of course, making a video on it's not going to work, is it? Have I not got any signal or something? I'm going to start pissing around with my phone. No, it's just stuck in a loop. Perfect. Phone don't want to work. Ah, there we go. Okay, I'm into the phone now. No, I'm not. Come on, cancel that fucking order. Oh god, that's just... Oh, here we go.
This internet connection isn't strong enough at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, lady. I knew there was something going on with it. But no, it's cool. Got the nav up. I used it the other night and it worked great. I don't have an address to send it to right now. I can't. If I go navigate to home or something like that, it'll take me home. Or if I go navigate to work, it'll take me there. But I haven't really tried a firm address on it. Okay, now back to the main reason for this video, and that is the access port. I've had a few updates from Adam over at Tint. I guess I should start at the beginning. I wasn't going to get an access port. This car's got enough power as it was in stock, but hell, we always want a little bit more, right? And it's nothing to do with just the power, it's the way it's delivered and the way the responsiveness is. Just everything. Drivability in general is better when you get the non-factory tune. So it wasn't just to do with power, although the power gains that Tint Plus said it got were significant, and that's why I went with them, because it came with their map. So, you know, so otherwise you go ahead and get a access port for $650, then you go and get a tune from somebody. You either have the Cobb tune, which doesn't put a lot on it, or you go and get a tune from somewhere. Do you know what? I think I'm going to go to Walmart. Yeah, we'll go to Walmart, and then you can listen to me talk a little bit longer. So yeah, it was great. You got a package there. When I had the WRX, I bought the access port, and I went with somebody's tune on that one, and you just basically got their tune, and that was it. And but with this one, with Tint Plus, you get the access port and their tune, but then you get the tune fine-tuned. So when I first got it, he asked for a couple of data logs, 2 pulls in 3rd gear. So I sent those on, and then he sent me a revised map and asked for 2 more data logs. So I done those. Then he asked for another one, done those, and then another one, and said it was all good. So I've had other questions for him as well, which he's been really, really helpful with, and he gets back to me real quick. And I'm sure I'm worrying the piss out of him. I've asked him a lot of stuff. But something I didn't have was the burble and the popping. It had kind of gone. It was there in his first version, his second version, but the third version, all of a sudden it disappeared. And then I put it back to stock earlier, and kind of I thought that house was on fire then. I put it back to stock earlier, and driving it around, the burbling was more than what my actual map was. So I was like, oh. So anyway, I got hold of him, and he's up the burbling a little bit. I've not really tested it fully, so I'll have to give that a test. But apart from that, this thing's great. Really nice, real drivable, and it's got so much more power where it's needed. It's got some more low down power. First and second is up a little bit. I don't normally hit it really hard in first anyway, but second sometimes I will. But the first and second gears on the original tune were very low, and I kind of I seen something in a video the other night, and they purposely done that, something to do with not putting too much stress on the powertrain. So I'm kind of, I don't know if that was true or not, but it come from Ford, so I think it was anyway. Don't quote me on that. I watch so many damn videos I can never remember. But so I'm very, very sensible in first gear. I don't want to put too much stress on it, and it's very, very rare I do a pull from the lights or something. And I normally short shift in the second and then go. But really wanted to give a big shout out to Adam over at Tint Plus. If you've got if you're watching this and you've got a Ford RS and you're thinking of getting a tune on it, go with him, because it's and I'm not affiliated with him in any way, shape or form. I don't get nothing for saying this, but go with him. It's just simple. It's a no-brainer. $650 and you get a free tune with it, and it's a good one. And it gets back with you. The longest I went was maybe a day and a half, I think. You know, and that's to go over the logs and retune it and everything. So yeah, I think that's pretty damn good. And there wasn't no bullshit. You just send in the logs, you send something back, you send in the logs, send something back, and when you got it right, you got it right. And if you got any concerns, you just get up with him, and he's only too pleased to answer your questions. So yeah, great service. Unlike the one I had when, if you remember the WRX, I actually pulled that video down in the end because I thought it was a little bit bad what I said about them. But the ones that give me the previous tune for the WRX, I was not too pleased with them. And it was the fact that they never got back with me and never answered my email and never called me, and they didn't owe me anything else. They never promised anything or anything like that, but they just never got back with me, so I was pissed about that. But I said a lot of stuff in that video, and I took it down in the end. I just thought, well, that's just not right. Just let it be, because the tune was good. So right now, I am very satisfied with everything I've done and everything I've got, and it's in a very short time. Today is 3 weeks to the day that I've had the car. It's done 3,600 miles. I know. Shit, 3,600 miles. That's an average of 1,200 miles a week. Now, there was a trip to the mountains and everything in that. So there was like 1,100-1,200 miles on its own. And then a trip to the autocross, which was like 250 miles. I've done a few little excursions out to some twisty roads which are a bit further away from here, but most of it's just and then going back and forth from work. But I'd say that there's about 1,200 miles on this car that are just useless miles of me just driving around after work. Well, they're not useless, they're fun, but you get what I mean. Miles that didn't have to be done. But hell, you've got a new car, you've got to drive it, right? Oh, I should have put it in sport mode. I've got the rear camera on. Ah, here we go. Okay, we got a light coming up. Let's put it in sport mode. See if we can get some pops. I still don't know if it's going to be any stronger or not, because for some reason it's kind of just died off. But we'll see what we got. But he did say if it's not strong enough, he could give me a very sensitive one, and I guess that would be popping and spluttering all over the place. But but yeah, I understand where the pops come from, but just I don't know whether it's when it's thrown in there, when it ignites or anything else, what makes it happen. But I just anyway, we won't go into that lot. I'm sure somebody will comment below and tell me exactly what it is, but it's cool nonetheless. My WRX done it when I pulled a little harder in third, and then changed to fourth. It would give a few pops, and that was real fun. And it would give a whole bunch when I rev match downshifting, especially heel towing when you're braking and downshifting. It used to make a bunch of noise. I haven't really tried it much in this one because not since I had the new map this afternoon, so I've not tried that yet. But I think I've just about covered everything. There's a guy in a pickup next to me, probably wondering, well, he probably thinks I'm on the phone talking, or maybe he does think I'm just talking to myself. Either way, I don't care. But I think I'm done with this video. Don't think there's anything I've left out of it. I'm not going to do a big review of the car or anything. That may come this weekend. I certainly know it a lot better now, and think it could be ready for a review. Looks like this guy wants to, he's kind of like nudging forward, like he wants to give me a little there, that popped. That was worth the price of admission right there. Okay, well, without me boring the piss out of you folks, that's me over and out. Appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, subscribe. I don't know where this series is going to take us. I mean, if you watched the series, the group of videos on my last car, there was a lot that came in towards the early days. You know, I had a lot to say about the car, a lot of things happening, and then they peeled off, and there was like maybe not a video for like 6 months. But I only make videos if there's something to talk about. People are here to look at the car and not look at my life in general. Well, I don't think they are anyway, because there's nothing exciting about my life in general. So yeah, I don't see a point of making videos unless there's a reason to make them. So there will be another one after this, with the review, and then after that I am not sure. Maybe some videos of me driving some twisties, which we've already got, some of the major ones which I've done up in the mountains. So we'll see where we go from there. I might make up some shit and do a few more. One that I'd like to do is just like a little like montage every morning going into work. You know, just leave the video on and just and get drivers acting like dicks, because it happens every single day. So let's turn sport mode off. We don't need that. It happens every day, and I've always thought to myself, if only I had that on camera. And I've thought about getting a dash cam, but hell, I might as well just have the HD cam up there and just record it as I'm driving. Just turn it on and off. Just turn it on when I leave in the morning, switch it off when I get to work, and then do the same when I come home. And yeah, maybe we'll make something out of it. And there's many dickheads here, so I'd have plenty of content. Anyway, that's it for me, folks. I've said it a couple of times. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all soon.